Thank you for tuning in to the Pointless Talks podcast. This episode is being brought to you as a part of the many things that Pointless creates. For our returning listeners, thank you so much for coming back. And if this is your first episode, welcome, get comfortable, and please keep an open mind. Welcome back. Hey, y'all. How's it going? um, I don't know how many ways I want to speak on the fact that January is doing too much. But before we get into everything that happened within the past week, I I feel like we need to do like a check-in, like because there's gonna be some chaos. I'm about to touch on a bunch of things that are just like WTF. So before we get into all the chaos, I just want to take a moment for some positivity. Not to say that it's negative, it's just it's a lot going on. Like if you are Jamaican or if you're keeping up with what's happening on Jamaican side of things, it's a lot. So I kind of like I've been doing like some wellness stuff and like things like that with work and like being mindful. And one of the things that we went through over in what is it called? Like one of the courses was acknowledging something good that happens each day. Like whether you want to start the day with it or end the day with it. So whenever you're listening to this, I guess you want to take a moment and just stop and say like what has gone well today or what do you hope goes well today if you haven't officially started your day yet. And it could be something as simple as like I woke up this morning and I know that, this time of year is particularly rough for a lot of people. It's cold as hell outside. It's dark, so seasonal depression is running rampant, and sometimes, to help me cynical sometimes, and the way how I feel like waking up, is that really was that really a good thing? Not that I want to unalive myself or anything, but being an adult in 2024 is it's not what I signed up for. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, yes, you have the power, blah 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 blah, but sometimes it rough. So sometimes the good thing that happened today, it might be that you woke up. You have a chance because even with my mindset, sometimes I had to stop and double back and say, hey, at least you get the chance to try again. You know what I'm saying? You get the chance to make it a little bit better. And I hate to sound like, because I know some, I'm like, really, just shut up. Like, who cares? But it's, I mean, it is like the way you think of things is essentially how things get navigated. Not gonna say like you just think like, oh, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, and the money I just reach you. But if you have a negative outlook on everything in life and you just never see the bright side of things, I'm pretty sure you feel that your life is pure shit. Because listen, the amount of things that I've been through, that I've seen, that I've experienced, the amount of times that I have had to figure it the fuck out. Why am I censoring myself? The amount of times I've had to figure it the fuck out, I I feel like I have every right to be like, fuck this. But I still keep going and like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, ew, gross. But no, honestly though, I feel like, emotions are heightened right now, especially just coming off of, all the holidays and time when people spend with family and loved ones and those things. And then Valentine's Day Valentine's is coming. Where's your girlfriend? Whoa. I have to laugh at my life. But anyways, it's the time of year when things are heightened, and let me sprinkle a little of my woo woo in there. Also, we're on the eve of a full moon. The moon, I believe, is currently in Cancer. For those of you who know anything about the zodiac, that sign is ruled by the moon. So everything that's going on, the moon, the zodiac, all of it, feelings, 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 feelings. So today might not be one of those days where you're like, everything's great, but me personally, I still want to stop and think and be like, yo, what went well today? Like what was good about today? And I do, despite everything, try to think of it as an opportunity to do better than yesterday, even if it's a small change. Like I'm just grateful for the chance to try it because enough people never wake up this morning, and some of y'all are like, I wish, but it's like being serious for real. Like it's it goes a long way to be grateful because when you're grateful, you like garner more, in my opinion. And I don't mean like fake graciousness, fake gratitude, where you're like, oh yeah, I'm grateful so that I can get more. Like, no, like you're honestly and truly grateful for the good things in your life. Like even the things aren't that great, you're still grateful to be able to say, hey, you can look at it and be like, I'm doing better than I was doing 4 years ago, or 2 weeks ago, maybe even last year. It might not be in the best situation, might not be in the best position, but and then I feel like social media too. If you're active on social media, you're kind of like looking at other things that people listen. Social media is a highlight reel, okay? Don't watch what up on social media for people and be like, oh, they're 30 something or they're 25 and they're doing like it's a highlight reel. You don't know what they had to do to get there. You don't know like everything that they've sacrificed to get there. And at the same time, like everybody's on their own path. Like the path is not the same for everybody. The journey is not the same, the outcome is not the same, the beginnings are not the same. Like no two people have the same exact story, so you can't sit there and watch somebody else's timeline and wonder why your timeline not matching up to theirs. Like don't do that. Comparing yourself to other people is probably like the biggest downfall that most people have when it comes to what they're doing with themselves, because you're trying to compare. Like stay in your lane, worry about you, like what you need to do to get to where you want to go. Like, and if you where you want to go is where other people are, you might need to shift that narrative just a smidge, just look a bit, just like stop and reevaluate, like what do you really want to do. So I just try to be grateful for where I am, like I said, because currently this time last year, boy, life did different. But pushed through, and I'm here today. So, hey y'all. So I'm grateful. Me personally, I'm grateful. Even if we just to say, yo, thank you, Jam, wake up this morning. Shout out Vibes Cartel. Um, it could be something as simple as that. So if you want to say it out loud, like what went well today. I feel like saying it out loud makes it a little bit more real instead of just thinking it. Like being verbal makes it, like I said, just more real. For me anyways. I'm not saying you just walk around talking to yourself like I do and people look at you like you're crazy, but just saying out loud, like, this morning I woke up and I found two pair of socks that match. Like, it could literally be anything. It could be I didn't spend 2 hours trying to figure out what to wear. It could be something as simple as I clocked in and there was nothing on my task list. Like, it could be something as simple as that. Like, for me personally, it was work related. All the voicemails I had to return for work today, only one person answered. I had a lot of voicemails too. Only one person actually answered the phone. And I was so grateful because I did not want to deal with them people. I did not want to deal with those people. So, and the one person that did answer was a quick something. Like them answering the phone was a verification that I needed so I could provide them with what they wanted. It was a quick in and out conversation, nothing too tough. That's it. It was done. So, that was my good thing that happened today. That's just one of them, but I'm just starting something small just to give you guys an idea. Like it doesn't have to be something extravagant. Like let's say you went to lunch and the food tastes better today because you cooked it last night. Leftover tastes a little bit better the next day. But yes, now for everything else. So I don't know what is going on in Jamaica. They said that Andrew left Jamaica unsupervised, and that is why everything is going on right now. I I was thinking it was just dancehall that was carrying on, but no, it's not just dancehall. It's not just the music. Oh, and for those of y'all who are being like rude, his name is Nige Boy. Sorry, I messed it up. Okay, like whatever. I should have thought of it. His name is Nigel. Like duh. But in my defense, grammatically speaking, there was no e, but whatever. Anyways, so before we get to the well, not even a dance hall, just everything else. I saw something today on the Observer's Instagram that they had to take somebody into custody at what is Sangster Airport because they stripped down and attempted to disarm a police officer. Y'all need to leave my people alone. Let my people go. Okay? Why are you in Jamaica doing this? G- Go back to America and then do that in America. Why did you do this in America, in Jamaica? Please go home. Yeah, you should have just went where you were going, and if you wanted to strip down and have a ball, you should have stripped down and had a ball when you got across the seas. Like, can you imagine? Like, what? If I was in the airport, I'd have been like, bruh, not today. Like, not today. But they took her to get psychiatric evaluation, and I hope all works out with that. Speaking of evaluation, I'm not trying to say nothing is wrong with her, but Kizidan, Ajanalina, that's Ajana, like, honestly. So within the past week, she has put out, I don't know if she put out the new episode, but she did like a preview of a new podcast that she's doing. She had a guest and everything. Biggs Don or something. I don't remember her boy name. But everybody in the comments were going in on her voice because she sounds like, to me, she sound, if you've ever called a Jamaican phone number and gotten the voicemail, that's what she sounds like. And like the TVJ announcements, good evening. Like, it's just, I don't take her seriously. And I feel like anyone who takes her seriously don't have no sense. I feel like she's literally doing it for gimmicks, for publicity, because guess what? I've heard her regular accent, her regular voice, and as she once said, free fuck or rape. Not gonna get into that. But the fake voice got her on TVJ meeting with the president. So it's all gimmicks. It's all gimmicks for publicity. And the fake beef that she tried to start off with Shensia, so Shensia tried to style her and Ray Tay Tay. And then at the end of the video, she's like, no, Shensia, please give me a bus. Like, she's literally trolling for fame. And I'm not mad at it. I'm honestly not mad at it. Listen, get it how you live, girl. Get it how you live. As she said once, said, oh, you said the good pum pum there, Manchester. A Manchester, she said, a Mandeville. Either way, interchangeable. Well, not necessarily, but, you know. And for Burna Boy, if you come find out with a good, yes. Anyways. Then, in on the back end of the whole Steph London and Jada Kingdom thing, D'Angel did a diss record? I, like, what? Why? Like, are you looking for attention because Beat Man just got engaged? I just whatever. I That was like a blip. I think Jada made a comment and was like, "Girl, please," and that was it. Because what was the what was the real purpose of that? Like, did you really think I was gonna go somewhere? Girl, sit down. Go the way you did before, cause that never make it. But then the whole okay. If y'all don't know, I love rock music, like heavy metal, like death metal, like screamo. I love rock. Like, so the Black and Rhino, was it Black and Rhino? No, the Rock and Rhino, because you saw the video of Black Rhino flat ironing his hair. I just Anyways, so they made a challenge, the Rock and Rhino challenge, and I'm sorry, but it makes them body fuck. Like, I was sitting there like, yes, like I was excited listening to all like the DJs doing their mixes. I I was here for it because not too long. I think it was it a week before or probably just before the year end or right after the year start. I saw a video and it was essentially it's like rock and dance all or whatever kind of mashup thing a girl had posted and I was like, yo, this is nice. So some of them was like remixing his songs with like Good Charlotte and like, like the old school mainstream rock, which, for Caribbean people, I'll let y'all have it. Whatever. I'm not expecting y'all to go deep and go into like Slipknot and Corn and like stuff like that. Like I'm not and I'm old. I don't know any of the new kids. I've stuck with the whatever and oh gosh the Linkin Park and like they mixed those, so it was for me it warmed my little 12-year-old heart. Okay, so I was excited about it. So then after that, now listen, if it's not one thing, TJ versus Mac over Drift, and then Valiant mention oh you feel link Mac for the hit song Rotate and I'm song. TJ go talk about it on J Frey something. Then Valiant come on IG and say him not get TJ in a free promo film EP. Then Valiant and Matt go live with the drift playing in the background. And then TJ is talking about how blog pages are blocking him and Ray Tay Tay and including Main Dangers. And of course, Main Dangers is like, search the block list, searching. Don't see you in there. Listen, I don't want to hear anybody say anything about women and mix up. Because I don't know from long time. Some man mix up bad. Like, I don't have nothing for do. I don't have no picnic for go mine. Like, y'all don't have no houses to build, no land to plow, no wars to fight. Like, all about it don't. We're gonna get to another section of men carrying on, but this is for humor. I don't feel like this is as serious as this, but honestly, I feel like all of this is publicity stunt. They saw that the Jada Kingdom and the Wait name something bust off, and they said, "Yo, people like fuckery now. Come we get them some fuckery." So me personally, me, my humble opinion is that all of this is for publicity and none of this is serious. I'm not taking any of it seriously. I just laugh, but just go through and just scroll on and laugh. Like, not taking any of it seriously. However, Chanel Muir, how you say her name? Anyways, the girl was to the song. She was talking about how her mom dissed her in a new song, Try Again. And the mom responds on Facebook. That's how I know it's some fuckery. Like, your mom is on Facebook talking shit. Yeah. Then she go on live saying that her mom took it personal, but she's just an artist and I sing about her life. And then Ray Tay Tay, one bag of ting, and woo. And then she was there mocking it, like, oh, fake crying. I'm just like, the shenanigans. The shenanigans. Now, for more shenanigans. Because major hype. Okay. Before I get into this, is he okay now? Like, we can like him now? Cause I don't remember when this was, but it wasn't too long ago. There was some very serious allegations brought up against him for, I don't want to quote this incorrectly, but wasn't it like domestic violence? Maybe a little RAPE. I don't, or some forceful something. Some aggressive stuff was going on where he was, you know, allegedly. Yeah. Anyways, I'm I didn't too much tune into what he was saying, but I did see that he called out, like, the Jamaican comedian them. So he called out, who was it? Trabas, Noah Power, the white yardie boy, that guy, Tony Mataran. First of all, really, Ding. First of all, Ding Dong Ravers. I don't remember how Ding Dong reaching this because Ding Dong is an actual artist. I don't see Ding Dong as a comedian. Yes, he's funny as hell, but I don't see Ding Dong as a comedian. Um, Not commenting on Tony Mataran. Who else on this? World Dog, Bobby Socks, Dexter. Oh, so he was just calling out everybody. Dexter Dabs Cranium, who that? DeMarco, Mr. Lex. So he was calling out everybody saying, yo, c'est fait. And of course, the young boy them in the comedy say, yo, fair. Like, fair your fuck. Like, what? So Bobby Socks respond, and even I'm full army gear, sit on and listen, everybody who made your hype miss. And Bobby Socks call out. Yo, call out Gallus in Paris, Vibe Scheme, Dino Crazy, Swiss etc., etc. Like, am I saying war with everybody? All them brethren niggas catch stray bullet. And I was like, damn. And listen, I don't think he called out Taz in the first one, but but as the story progressed over the past week, everybody roping. Speaking of Bobby Socks, I went to a comedy showcase that they were doing. I don't know if it's a showcase, but they did a comedy thing last week, and it was nice. Bobby Socks and Negus. It was nice. I laughed. It was a great time. So shout out to them. I'm trying to get out more, guys. So bear with me. I'm going outside and doing things. So that was fun. I have thoroughly enjoyed the comedians going back and forth though, because between the pictures, the beats, the videos, all the production has been cracking me up because all who got in the military and have their military gear still dress up and say I'm ready for war. People in that in mask. The pictures of the comparisons. Yo, y'all are disrespectful. I would, me personally, we don't want to fight. You're not gonna tell me that I have 3 inches of. Don't. Them said a man fire look like kneecap. Like I just, it's a lot. It's a lot. They're having a great time with it though. Like it's all in jokes. Like some of them are actually doing it on a beat. Some of them are doing it a cappella. Like it's I was thoroughly enjoying it. But I don't know if it done though because Major Hype went live and said that this is his last response. Somebody called him the other day and called him was it Major Kingdom the other day because he said he wasn't responding, but then he come back with a response. So I'm like, it's giving Major Kingdom for real. Then when was this weekend? Queenie. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm talking about these people on my show. Oh Lord. Uh RT, Queenie, and Amari end up on stage. Okay, whatever. Then RT proposed to Queenie? Like everybody knows the Queenie married and well in love. Like what? And then of course Amari come now and I try lick down RT. First of all, me too. I'm not even gonna tell you. RT is not a bat. I'm minding my business. Sure. Sure. Um, I didn't know Twitter fingers was still keeping for celebrities, but in the mix up of everything going on, I got a glimpse of who is it, Carisha Academics and Ramon Wiggins going back and forth on Twitter. Listen, nobody, no celebrity does Twitter fingers like Rihanna. Okay? If you are from the OG Twitter era and you followed Rihanna back in the day, or even if you didn't follow Rihanna, I'm pretty sure you saw Rihanna's tweets going viral because Shorty did not hold any bars. She did not like she was not playing with anybody. Celebrity, civilian, it did not matter. You said something left, she was going right with it. Like it tread lightly, tread very lightly. And I miss her on Twitter, but I know in today's society, y'all would have canceled a good sis long time. Jumping out of all of that, just more craziness. Like January, I don't know what's going on with January. There was something about a mice seafood boil. I didn't look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. I don't. If y'all want to look it up, go ahead. Don't. I swear, do not send me a link if it's actual mice in a seafood boil. I ew. Then there was something about a Chicago rat hole, and then it got filled. And I did not want to look that up either, but I have a relative that lives in Chicago, and they posted it. And it was literally just like, like there was a rat, and they poured cement, and the rat was just like they moved, I guess, and there was just like an imprint, like an outline of the rat. And I guess the city filled it, and then somebody went and scooped it up. Like, when I go bad enough. Anyways, uh on a lighter note, a slightly lighter note. Listen, listen to me and listen to me good. 2024, Moolina, Rebel, where dancing I go. These routines, like who I'm not gonna say who's keeping up because the people are catching it, but I my girl, like I love it. I love it. I love it. I love to watch it, but I am not catching it. The only thing I got is cash in hand. That's it. Like I don't even know if that's the order that it goes in. I just know cash in a hand, and then you do look a squiggly something, and that's it. Oh, I didn't tell y'all. If y'all are listening to this and not watching it on YouTube, I'm doing video. I don't feel like I should have to say this every episode because I said from the beginning. I know. I know. Don't style me. I know. But for real this time, it's videos every episode, okay? So until further notice, it's video every episode. So I shouldn't have to say it. So sorry for that. But yes, like Rebel dancing Rebel is dancing. Okay? She is living up to the name. She is dancing. And the routines are coming. Shout out to TikTok, They got the routines on there. The kids, the grown ups, everybody's doing the routines. Everybody's doing their little tutorials. Everybody's doing their little duos and their stitches and all of that. Speaking of TikTok, please follow Pointless Talks on TikTok. Please. POINTLESSSTALKS. I had to think about that because I am uploading the episodes one by one on TikTok so I can build my following. Yay! Spread awareness because visibility is still vital. But yeah, they listen, I scroll and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna catch it. That's great. Not me. I am going to stick to whining. And on the topic of whining, I mentioned it the other day. Yard 1292. I believe I said it right this time. They are having a if you are in Atlanta, Valentine's is coming. Valentine's weekend. The 17th, they are having a party for the folks. It is Caribbean music, so everything from dancehall to dennery to soca to all of the things, compa, everything. They play literally everything. So if you looking for a nice little fun time, Valentine's weekend, whether you're single or in a relationship, come on out. Look at me doing free promo. But they are doing a little thing, a little shindig. Get your little tickets on Eventbrite or whatever, and go show some support. But yeah, if you know the routines, come out with your routines. Listen, y'all gonna be on camera, so don't embarrass yourself, okay? Unless you like to embarrass yourself and you're lighthearted about it, come on out, do that too. Um, the next thing on the docket here I have to discuss is in regards to a video, and I'm touching on this lightly. I'm not going deep into this because I want to have a whole thing about. I want to do a whole episode about this in the future with guests because my opinion my opinion is not the end all be all on anything, and I told the line on a lot of things. And I want people who have a stronger feeling about these things to voice their opinion, concerns, interests, views, etc. on it. So I don't know if y'all saw, there's a video of a guy, I don't know if I rewind it, and he's like washing off himself and then he bursts a bag of blue liquid over his head. And the comment section went from whatever he did, he's going to need more than that to cleanse him, to all you need to do is pray, to this is witchcraft, to this is evil, to that's not how that works, to it's not money, it's woo woo woo. So in the video he does that, like I said, and if you're paying attention, you see he goes into his pocket after he busts the bag over his head and the blue something wash him over, and he drops the bag in the river, and he goes in his pocket, takes out a liquid that looks to me and a couple other people like money oil, and pours it over himself or whatever. So that's where the comments are saying, that's not going to bring the money, that's not how that work. My main concern is, why are you littering? Actually, no, that's one of the concerns. Why are you littering? I hope somebody picked up the bag. Secondly, if you're doing a spiritual bath, why are you recording it? Why do you have someone else recording it? I feel like a lot of things are performative nowadays, including these goddamn skits on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. Like, that people post literally for like outrage responses because, like, with the kids done something. All publicity is good publicity, in some, even if it's bad publicity, it's still publicity. And Instagram, TikTok, all of those things, the algorithms, they don't care that people are saying you're a jackass. They care that people are engaging with your content. And a lot of people have tapped into that and are okay with embarrassing themselves, exposing themselves in a way that don't necessarily represent who they are. A lot of different things just for fame. It's the price of fame, apparently. You know, I've been advised that I need to show some titties, and here I am in my cowl neck grandma sweater because actually it's not cold anymore, but that's another story. But you know, it's the version of yourself that you're willing to put out there, and I get it. I get it. A lot of people, they're looking for some sort of fulfillment, some level of success, some level of validation, and that's kind of where I disconnect from it. Like, the point of this podcast is not for me to be famous. I think I tweeted earlier today, like, I'm happy with my little 100 or 200 views that I get on my posts. Like, I'm completely fine with it. And honestly, I feel like the fact that I am nervous about recording in my space alone because of the fact that I know that 5 people are going to fucking listen, I'm okay with the little 200, you know, because if it went up to 2 million right now, I would probably shit myself. Like, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, everybody's watching. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? People are listening. And I know that, you know, with consistency, with, you know, whatever, doing the right things, marketing, et cetera, it's going to get there. But I'm not doing it for fame. The point of this podcast is community at the end of the day. The point of this podcast is to spread awareness, is for inclusivity. It's for people like me who wants a space to like feel like, yo, okay, I'm not fucking alone on this island. You know what I'm saying? So it's that for me, that's what it is. So I'm not really interested in all the gimmicks. Like, yes, sometimes I use some fuckery bait captions, but it's stuff that I said in the podcast. So it's not necessarily fuckery, it's, you know, clickbait, but you're gonna hear it in the podcast when you listen, like, oh, that's where the title came from. So it's not nothing like that. So seeing things like someone doing a spiritual bath on social media, just I don't necessarily subscribe to shit like that. You know, like if you're doing tarot reading or any kind of reading or whatever, that's something else. That's you doing a service for someone else. Like, you know, you're not whatever. Whereas you're doing something in hopes to either cleanse yourself or bring in good fortune, or why are you recording that? What is the point? And to each his own, you know, I am not the end all be all, like I said earlier, for anything and all things spiritual or anything of the sort. So do what you want at the end of the day. But I just feel like those practices are sacred. Like, I'm trying to think if I've ever seen anyone post a video of them praying and it wasn't like in like a church setting or like a, you know, one of those like mega churches and things like that. I just, and even that, anyways, I just feel like certain things just, you're doing it for fame. You're not doing it because you actually believe in it. You know, kind of like people who are like feeding homeless or giving homeless people money. Like, why are you recording that? What is the point of that? Like, why are you doing that? You know? So, whatever. And then shortly after I saw that video, I think like today or yesterday, I saw, because I think that video was over the weekend. I saw a video of somebody in their bathtub, like talking about getting rich, and like they're laughing and they have like a bucket of blue water and they're like splashing it on themselves and say, yeah, we must get rich, man. We have to get rich, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they're like laughing and whatever. And I took it as them making fun of the previous video, but they weren't concerned with the grout and built up soap scum in their bathtub. Like, before you go use the blue soap, wash off the soap. Let me stop. Anyways, because they might have used blue soap. It could be indigo dye or indigo. Anyways, we're not gonna get into that. It could have been a multitude of things. However, I know so blue soap, you know, cleans. It cleans. So please go clean your tub. Anyways, I just, you can't get clean in a dirty space. That's all I'm gonna say. You can't win if you ain't. What is it Lauren said? You can't win if you ain't right within. So yeah, I that's that on that. The the next thing on the docket is, I feel like, circling back to like the beginning of the episode where I was talking about, like, you know, the good things or whatever. I feel like a lot of people end up in situations that they're not pleased with because they are afraid, unwilling, or uncertain about how to set boundaries. From my own experience as a giver, as a giver, I have learned that takers will always take. And it's up to the givers to have boundaries. It's up to the givers to say no, to stop, to say absolutely not, like no. Because, like I said, takers, they don't have any boundaries. They're going to keep taking. As long as you're going to keep giving, they're going to keep taking. So I'm not saying necessarily just to stop cold turkey and be like, no, don't give nobody anything. But pay attention to those who don't reciprocate, who aren't showing gratitude, and it's not even in a saying like to give in an effort to receive, but just be mindful of the people that are like only keeping you around because the benefits you provide them, be it monetary, emotional, status, people that are literally there because of how you influence their life, in a positive way. Like if you weren't there, then wouldn't have food for them. And not to say that, you should make them starve, but people have to be willing and able to help themselves. Like sometimes, let's say you teach a man to fish, eats for whatever, but if you give him the fish and eat the one day, like same something, like you're enabling certain levels of dependency or even just manipulation. Some people act like them uncouth and then can't do nothing because they know that you're going to do it. So I just feel like using discernment. I think that's my word for the year, discernment. Like, just use discernment and just like evaluate your situation and look at like what's actually happening here. Because at the end of the day, like your cup deserves to be poured into as much as you're pouring from it. So stop shortchanging yourself. Okay? I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to y'all. I'm looking at myself while I'm saying this. I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to me, you know? And I wanted to end the episode on a positive note. Yes, we're still talking about Jamaica. If you don't know, my baby father, my baby father, my good, good, nice, clean baby father, Nico Kelly, um, known online at, well, if you don't know his real name, get into it. Bootleg rock star. Listen, I didn't talk about this. I don't know why I didn't talk about this the first or second episode, but I'm talking about it in the third. The looks, the looks. What was that? New York Fashion Week? Oh, listen, I have chills. I have cold bumper rush me. My God. Listen. I can't even talk. Like I'm sitting here thinking about it and literally like my body I have literal cold bumps like running up and down my body right now because gagged. Gagged, ate, no crumbs, the plate gone, yam off, everything broke up, dash with tech with like me know Sam did bad from a long time. Babe, do you advise him? Nico, listen, fucker keep. But yeah, like just go look him up. Just go look up the Instagram. Nico Kelly, like he is styling because you're styled to rock, styling everybody from Beanie Man to Sharika Jackson to like he's styling people. He's on which Vogue cover was it? France? One of the international Vogue covers he was on. I, please get into it. Please get into it because between his accomplishments, the body, the styles, the face, what a gorgeous human being. A gorgeous human being. Like I am fawning over gorgeous, beautiful, just yes. And I have to say that this is also Twins' husband. We're a sharing group of friends, okay? But listen, we just want two pitney from him. That's it. Me no want nothing else. Maybe just one. Me take what me can get. One, two. But gorgeous being and a fucking sweetheart. Now don't cross him, but a fucking sweetheart. So yes, all ratings. Like, love, love, love. Listen, I go on his page and I'm just scrolling. I'm just like, yes, and yes, just yes, because also all the things that he has experienced in life and the fact that he keeps going. Like I admire him I have so much respect for Nico. Like so much respect. Ugh. I can't wait for the day he works with Rihanna. I just can't wait for the fucking collab. Like I know it's coming and I can't wait. I'm excited. Me excited. Like say I'm me, I go do it. Like, and I think that's the problem with people. Y'all don't be excited for other people. That's why in a situation where I know y'all on a bad mind, on a bad mind, on a bad mind, bad, bad, bad. Like, and every day, me wake up and me say, yo, but not bad mind, dirty ass and jealousy because we don't have space for that. If you are not encouraging or supporting, you need to get the fuck on. Please vacate my space, my premises, like the energy field. I need you to get away from me. I don't want no bad mind, no. You have to be equally excited for me and my success as I am for you. Like, what? No, man, I don't want to bad mind people around me. And you should not either because for them, no, man, no. Work on yourself and then come try find friend because uh-uh. But anyways, we done chat shit. I hope something positive came from this. And okay, no, seriously, I'm gonna say this on every episode until y'all I get like some serious. Some of y'all have said, "Oh, I want to come on," but y'all haven't like actually followed instructions. So like, do you want to come talk about your relationship with the Jamaicans or no? Like, should I? You know what, Jamaicans? Have you dated an American? Do you feel like you're eligible for compensation? We're gonna have a battle of the countries. Like, I feel like I am eligible for enough compensation for the trials, tribulations, and stress of trying to entertain what is a relationship with somebody that is not of my culture, who does not appreciate value, and you know, because it different badly. Like the character assassinate. Don't make me start. Let me talk to myself all night. But no, seriously, if you or anyone you know, like you've dated outside of your culture, and you would like to discuss things about it, whether it be the good, the perks or the cons, the pros or cons, it honestly doesn't matter. This is not a bashing thing. This is not something to sit here and beat down other people. I'm literally saying all of that in jest because there are positive things, you know. Because sometimes I don't want to date nobody from Jamaica because I want to go on like saying. Go find some acid for no. But we do not condone violence on pointless talks. But I genuinely want to have conversations with people who have experienced dating people of opposing different cultures. The experience it was, what it was like. Just just have a conversation. Just sit down and talk about it and say, how was it? I have some questions that I would like to ask, you know? So if you or anyone you know, point them my way. Like I said, you can send an email to askpointless@gmail.com. It's ASKPOINTLESS at gmail.com. You can DM Pointless Talks on Twitter or Instagram. It's POINTLESSSTALKS. On the Instagram, the Twitter, or even Facebook, because there's a Facebook group too. You can send it there. What else? What else? How else you can? Oh, TikTok. Meet up on TikTok. You can send me a message on TikTok. Also, everything is Pointless Talks. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're listening on a stream. Honestly, you don't want to look for me. You don't want to look for me. Honestly, no. Okay, but now I beg you no. You can't go on. So yeah, listen on whatever streaming platform makes you happy. You can watch on YouTube. If you're watching, hey girl, how you doing? Or hey boo, hey boy, hey sir, or they them, he she, etc. You know, everybody included. And yeah, what else? What else? Watch the unboxings, watch the unmoldings, and just like everything else we do at Pointless Corner, Pointless Talks, Pointless Creates, whether you got here on purpose or by fate, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pointless Talks. Bye.